If you want the truth, here it is. Success is not exciting. It's not cinematic. It's not fireworks or adrenaline. Success is boring. And the people who win in life are the ones who learn to love the boredom. Let's talk about that. Success is not built in highlights, it's built in repetition. Most people think success is the result of motivation, the right mood, the right energy, the right moment. But the reality is much simpler and much less glamorous. Success comes from doing the same small things every single day, long after the excitement dies. Everybody can start. Everybody can hype themselves up for 2 days. Everybody can say, "This time I'll change my life." But only a tiny percentage stay consistent after the motivation disappears. And that's the difference. You don't rise to your goals, you fall to your habits. James Clear said it best. And it's true. You can dream about a better body, but your body will follow your habits. You can dream about becoming smarter, but your mind will follow what you consume daily. You can dream about a better life, but your life will follow the systems you build. Your goals don't shape your future, your routines do. Success is the accumulation of boring choices. The alarm clock at 6 a.m., the repetition of the same workout, the same type of breakfast, the same writing session, the same studying hour, the same focus routine, the same notebook, the same desk, the same silence. People who win do not wait for inspiration. They build habits so strong that they stop needing inspiration. The boring things are the ones that change you. What actually transforms you? Not the motivational video. Not the new year, new me. Not the sudden burst of excitement. Not the emotional peak. Real transformation happens in the plain, unremarkable moments. When you show up even though you're tired. When you stay consistent even though nobody notices. When you work quietly while everyone else looks for shortcuts. When you keep going even when it feels like nothing is changing. Because here's the secret. When it feels boring, that means it's working. The gym only becomes boring when you're finally doing it right. Reading only becomes boring when you're building discipline. Work only becomes boring when you've mastered the beginner phase. Boredom is not a sign to quit. Boredom is a sign to continue. The world sells excitement, but success sells discipline. We are conditioned to believe progress should feel thrilling. Social media shows you fast results, a 30-day transformations, overnight success, hyper-productive mornings, perfect aesthetics, motivational music and cinematic lighting. So when your real-life routine feels mundane, you assume you're failing. But that's wrong. The people you admire, athletes, entrepreneurs, creators, top performers, they do not feel excited every day. Most days, they wake up and feel normal. Sometimes tired, sometimes unmotivated, sometimes lazy, but they do it anyway. That's why they win. Not because they feel inspired, but because their actions are not controlled by their feelings. Success is built in silence. Think of someone you respect. Someone who seems disciplined, put together, unstoppable. Do you know what their life actually looks like? Waking up early when nobody sees them. Working long hours with no applause. Studying when the room is quiet. Training when their body doesn't want to. Choosing long-term fulfillment over short-term pleasure. Repeating the same actions every day. Their life is not a highlight reel. It's a loop, a deliberate, intentional loop. While everyone chases dopamine, they chase progress. While everyone looks for excitement, they look for consistency. While everyone wants everything fast, they're building something slow. The results come later, but the routine comes first. Consistency beats intensity. Anyone can do something intense for a week. Almost nobody can do something consistent for a year. Intensity feels exciting. Consistency feels boring. But consistency is the only pathway to mastery. A writer becomes great by writing every day, not by writing one perfect paragraph. A body transforms through thousands of reps, not one heavy workout. A business grows through years of systems, not one lucky moment. A mindset shifts through daily discipline, not one motivational speech. Success is never one big moment. It is thousands of tiny ones. The biggest problem? You keep expecting it to feel different. Most people quit because they think progress should feel like progress. It usually doesn't. Progress feels like repetition, predictable days is slow change, invisible improvement, tiny wins, long stretches of nothing exciting. Your life doesn't change in explosions. It changes in quiet increments. One choice at a time, one day at a time, one routine at a time. The secret to winning: embrace boredom. If you can fall in love with boring habits, you become unstoppable. Because nobody competes in the boring space. Nobody wants that path. Nobody wants slow. Nobody wants repetition. Nobody wants the unglamorous grind. But that's where champions are built. If you can train your mind to say, "This feels boring, good, I'm on track," everything changes. You see boredom as progress. Consistency becomes your identity. Discipline becomes effortless. Habits become automatic, and success becomes predictable. The day you stop chasing excitement is the day you start growing. Your life becomes stronger when you stop asking, "How do I stay motivated?" and start asking, "How do I stay consistent when motivation disappears?" Because it will disappear, every single time. And if your success depends on your emotions, you're already losing. But if your success depends on your systems, you'll always win. Success is not loud, it's quiet. It's the quiet decision to start, the quiet decision to continue, the quiet decision to show up again. The quiet decision to not quit, the quiet decision to trust the process. Success is boring, but boring is powerful. Boring is stable. Boring is sustainable. Boring is what gets you the results everyone else only dreams about. And here's the twist. You don't need excitement. You need discipline. You don't need hype. You need habits. You don't need intensity. You need consistency. Success is boring, but boring will save your life. If you want the real superpower, here it is. Do the boring things long enough until the boring things turn you into someone unrecognizable. ***. And if this message pushed you even a little, drop a like, leave a comment, and hit subscribe. More growth is coming.